and really get our hands around this. At a minimum, having some of those real-time cameras can go a long way. I was at the site in Cable Beach yesterday, and I got a text from an engineer who was reviewing the data real time, and she said to me, "Wave to the camera." So I was walking along the camera as they were inspecting it, so I did wave to the camera. And I think one important aspect, a lot of companies get sold a software, and somebody comes in and says, "I have the tool for you. It's going to help you with compliance. It's going to help you with your infrastructure." You know, we're software agnostic, so there's a lot of different tools and resources out there. Sometimes the best things might be to customize something for your needs, or maybe there's a couple small things off the shelf for your needs. So you see a lot of clients that have bought big software programs thinking that that was going to solve it, but people aren't getting trained. It wasn't really the right fit. It wasn't integrated or designed the right way or customized. And customizing it to what you can dream up and what you need is what the most critical step is. And the first slide I showed, I just am repeating here. So some of these might make better sense, but the big thing, reducing costs, you know, and allowing your technical people and each of you that has an important job to do to focus on, you know, analyzing data instead of trying to administer paper and trying to stay up to speed on things. You also collect a lot better data than you've ever been able to have in the past, and it's at your fingertips. I think that's the best way to analyze it. But yeah, with that, I appreciate everybody staying awake and attentive, and I'd be happy to take any questions.
All right, Mr. Lowe, I see you. Dan Mejia. Go ahead, Mr. Lowe.
Yes, sir. Can you briefly discuss remote control response capabilities of some of these systems?
So talk about the remote capabilities?
Yes.
So
Response, remote control response.
yeah, the remote control.
You identify certain things. It would be good if there was you have a control point that information goes to, and you could have like a remote control response to something.
Yeah, so I think the best example is what I'm doing right now in Cable Beach. There's different ways that you can have the data sent. So out there, I have a connection to an internet link, and I have everything being sent via the internet. So when I'm live on the internet, I can just go to an IP address, which is a website address, put in my password, my name, and I'm right there on the control system as the person in the field would see it. And I'm able to make the same adjustments because I have that authorization to, but not everybody has that authorization. Because that's the other thing you want to control. You don't want to give everybody access to remotely changing things. You know, you want to have, if you have a system like that in a SCADA system, you want to be connected. But data could also be uploaded by cell modem, by satellite. Internet connection can be easiest because it's a good way to move a lot of data quickly. Did that answer your question?
Mejia.
Good day. I like what you were talking about, which is your software agnostic approach. So can you just go through, like, you know, what are some of the softwares that you tend to use and for what reasons?
Yeah, so sometimes it's customizing a database based on exactly what your need is. A lot of times it's a pretty simple solution that you don't need to spend $30,000 on the software. Now you might run into, let's say if you're doing something on health and safety, there are some really good, robust health and safety programs already in existence, and that might be where you buy an off-the-shelf safety module and software. There's other ones for environmental compliance. But you also, if you're doing that and you're doing other forms that are more customized, having one centralized SharePoint site and having all those different tools come into one location, that tends to be the best fit. Sometimes we deal with clients that invested in some pretty good software, but they didn't integrate it right, and nobody ever set it up, set the database forms up right, so it never got used. So sometimes we're able to go in and use a software that they already have purchased and help save costs that way, if that makes sense. So sometimes it's off the shelf, sometimes it's customized. And I think things like environmental compliance or health and safety are ones that you might be able to get something off the shelf and we can help point you in the right direction.
How did you integrate, with the use of the SharePoint system, how did you integrate the data that came from the GPSs? And did you also integrate the Esri model one time? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So data coming in all goes into a database. And then that database communicates with the SharePoint site. If there's models, then that database is automatically kicking that data set, or those data sets, out into that model. But you don't see any of that. All you see is from your SharePoint site, you click a box, and it just automatically does the magic. It's the behind-the-scenes framework and connection that the information management professionals do to make that happen for you.
Anybody else?